What up, party people? Yo, I'm gonna be doing a reaction. I'll be doing a reaction video, of course, from Planet Dolan. It's a YouTube channel, whatever. From Planet Dolan, and it's called Supernatural Experiences We Can Explain. So this is part 1 of it. So this is a 2-in-1 video. So this is the first one, and then there'll be the second one. So let's get started. Someday I want to meet Rosanna Pansino from Nerdy Nubbies. Oh, I would love to meet her. Okay, let's get started.
Planet Dolan.
Dolan. This episode of Dolan True Story
From
was
spooky haunted schoolhouses to aliens with missing eyeballs.
oh shit.
The Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best
What is
true
the scariest
stories from our subreddit
encounter you've
about
had
the
with
scariest
Supernatural?
encounters you've had with the
Supernatural.
My name is Nixium, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Ilrin.
Ilrin?
When Dolan was 15 years old, he snuck into an abandoned schoolhouse with his friend Tala. They were looking around when they heard a thump coming from a basement hatch. After they worked up the courage to go down,
why would you want to hear?
They discovered a room full of
for a second here. Okay, if you're hearing something that's coming from a freaking basement, why go to it? Never go to that ever.
dusty school uniforms that smelled like dead bodies.
Ew.
Suddenly, they heard a young girl giggling.
Oh my gosh,
They
that's the
decided to
scariest
get the hell
freaking thing
out of
ever.
there. When Dolan went to open the hatch, a young girl stuck her head out over the exit before the hatch was slammed shut. They ran back to Dolan's house nearby, and they looked at the schoolhouse through Dolan's bedroom window.
Oh shit.
And there, a shadowy figure looked back at them from the house before it slowly closed the back door.
I'm starting to get scared now.
Never seen again.
That's
Number
scary.
9 was submitted by Death Drives a Ford.
Death Drives a
A few
Ford.
years ago, Pringle was devastated by his friend Todd's suicide.
Aww.
They had hung out a lot, and Todd loved to adjust the music on Pringle's stereo. He even nicknamed Todd the Jam Master. Todd unfortunately passed away at around 3 a.m. the night he died.
Whoa.
2 nights after his death, though, Pringle woke up to hear his stereo turn on. He thought it was weird, and he got out of bed to turn it off, making sure that no knobs had been moved. The next night, it came on again at exactly 3 a.m.
Freaking shit, I'm getting freaked out now.
Totally freaked out and sat up in bed screaming, "Todd, stop it!" The next morning, he noticed the stereo had been configured exactly the way Todd used to set it. He left it that way, and it never happened again. Number 8
Scary.
was
I'm getting
submitted
scared
by
now.
Zippy 101.
Zippy 101.
One night, Dolan's brother didn't feel tired, so he got out of bed and went to the kitchen for a snack. He opened up the fridge, and suddenly, he heard a noise come from upstairs. He figured it must be the dog, so he went back to bed, but he woke up an hour later to the sound of whispering. It was quiet, and he couldn't make out what it was saying. He rolled over, and there was a man with a ripped jacket, ripped jeans, and long black hair kneeling at his bed.
Good gosh.
As soon as he saw
Imagine
it,
that.
the man got up and ran towards the door, passing right through it. Needless to say, Dolan's brother didn't get that much sleep that night.
Who
Number
wouldn't?
7 was submitted by Terror Claus.
Terror
When
Claus.
Melissa was in high school, a student who was pregnant had committed suicide by hanging herself in the middle of one of the classrooms. It was rumored that her ghost could be seen hanging there after dark. Well, she and her friend Gooby decided to sneak into school one night and investigate. They didn't notice anything unusual until they heard someone sobbing. They turned their torches and saw a girl in a school uniform with her arms reaching for them, screaming.
Oh shit!
They screamed back, and they ran for their lives.
I did the same
and
thing.
Apparently, To this day, you can still hear her crying when the classroom is quiet.
Oh
Number 6
gosh.
was submitted by Hasher Browns.
Hasher Browns?
Doopy was sitting in the library after school one time when she heard someone walking and letting out groans of pain. She
Okay,
felt a
there
tap
for
on her
reals is
shoulder,
like
she
a stomping
turned
noise
to
in the
see a
background,
man.
and I'm getting freaked
He had
out.
scars on the front of his head. His arms were
Wait till
longer than a
after.
human should be, and his legs were twisted like an animal's.
Oh
Smiled
what
and
the?
whispered, "Let's play hide and seek."
Oh yeah,
After 8
okay,
seconds,
freaky.
she ran
I,
and ran, running down the hall, and heard a screech as he followed. She looked back to see him, grinning wildly.
oh god.
Later that year, a fellow student ended up with horrible scratches on his face from what she said was a crazy creature in the library,
Oh what?
and she hasn't gone back to that library
Why
ever
isn't
since.
anyone
Number 5
like
was submitted
checking
by
out that library?
Torfan.
I don't know.
Emoji had just finished watching an anime marathon and was getting ready to go to bed. It was a stormy, rainy night, and lightning flashed in the sky. As
Oh
he
my gosh,
brushed
I'm
his
scared of
teeth,
lightning.
he looked out his window to find a white Labrador fast asleep
Aww.
at the base of a tree. He went outside to call out to it, but when he looked out, he saw nothing.
Oh
So
shit,
he
freaky.
scurried back upstairs to continue with his bedroom routine. He looked out
It's
the
gonna
window again.
see
There
it there.
was the dog, sleeping. The creepy thing is, the next morning on the news, a white Labrador had been found slaughtered in the backyard of a house nearby. And so for the next few nights, the ghost of the dog continued to reappear, sleeping peacefully next to the tree
Poor
stump. Number
doggy.
4 was submitted by Kilgore5.
Kilgore.
One time, Ghost Toast awoke in
Ghost
his dorm
Toast.
room
What the?
to a very chilling image. As he opened his eyes one morning, he found a figure standing over his roommate, holding a clipboard and seemingly taking notes on it. The person
the hell?
slowly turned around to look at Ghost Toast, but he couldn't recognize its face until it did something horrifying. As it looked at him, its whole face split open.
Oh my
and
gosh!
screaming. There was no actual
What
sound
the
coming from its
hell?
mouth, but he could feel it. He immediately retreated back under his covers, and when he finally had the courage to look again, it was gone. Needless to say, he couldn't fall back to sleep for a very long time. Number 3
Good
was
lordy.
submitted by a random Chavez, 121322. One night around 3 a.m., Pandora was still awake watching videos when she heard her front door open. At first, she thought it was her roommate coming back from a party, but when she walked out of her room, she saw a strange shadow creature
Oh gosh.
standing in front of her.
That's,
She stood
that's
there
scary.
in shock and couldn't move her body. Panicking, she closed her eyes as tightly as she could.
Oh yeah, that's a
When
smart
she
thing to
opened
do.
them, she was in her bathroom, lying on the floor with no idea how she got there.
What?
She never found out what happened or what the creature was. Number 2
What
was
would?
submitted by
Okay,
Raffles
okay.
Ramen.
Why would anybody come out through the door and see a shadowy figure and think, "Oh shit, that's scary. I must close my eyes," as you're standing in the middle of the room with the freaking shadow creature? Dumb. I would have gone back into my room, locked that door. Okay, that's dumb.
Night Hellbent woke up at around 2 a.m. and
Ooh.
realized he could hear a faint music box. He got up and he went to the attic to check it out.
Oh god,
He
not
was
the
saw a
attic.
creature sitting in the moonlight.
Oh
It
god!
was a tall, alien-like girl.
Oh my god!
Gray hair, a pink dress,
I'm
and
scared.
scars around her
Ah!
face. She also had no
No
eyes,
eyes?
just sockets.
Oh
Blood
god!
pouring out of them. She was tampering with the music box and looked up to see Hellbent. "Can you help me?"
Oh shit!
Her fingers were connected and looked like claws. She had trouble winding up the music box. Hellbent just panicked and ran back to his room, slamming the door behind him. And number 1 was submitted by me. When I was very young, I used to ghost hunt in my house using an old video camera with night vision, as well as a tape recorder. I used to call out to see what would reply,
Oh shit.
and eventually, something did. After a series of yes or no questions, I learned that the spirit I had
I'm scared.
contacted was a young girl who I called Jenny.
Jenny?
My friends
Jenny
would
from the
come
block?
over and spend the night sometimes, and I'd introduce them to Jenny, and then laugh at how scared they'd become when I'd ask her to move an object or to make a noise, and then it happened. It was great. Well, eventually I fell out of the ghost hunting hobby, but when I was around 20 years old, I started to have these very weird dreams in my house. In them, I'd see a small girl hiding in the shadows of rooms in my home, watching me, and sometimes she would run at me, screaming
Oh,
in the darkness, as if trying to grab me. I didn't think much of it at first, but I'd keep having the same dream almost every week.
Oh
This
god.
went on for about 4 months, until I grew so freaked out, I went and talked to a friend of mine who was much more experienced in this kind of stuff than I
Supernatural
was.
expert.
After a long talk, he asked me about Jenny, the spirit that I hadn't even thought of in years. But he told me that most likely Jenny was trying to make contact with me again for whatever reason. It was disturbing, I admit, but I followed his advice, and I calmly told her one evening while I was alone to leave me be and to stop entering into my dreams. And after that, the dreams just stopped.
Obviously.
But the fact that Jenny had the ability to sneak into my head and project horrifying images into my dreams, it still disturbs me to this day. So, a huge thanks to the folks over at our
That
Planet
was
Dolan subreddit.
super scary, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting kind of like
have another question.
freaked out now.
What's your scariest Halloween experience?
Scariest
Let us
Halloween
know in the Reddit
experience.
page linked below, and you
Oh
might be featured
my
in a future
gosh,
countdown.
I
It
have
seems I have to leave
a
you now,
story.
girls, but don't
I
worry,
would keep it short though.
I shall return.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop this right here. Here's like my story. When I was a kid, it was Halloween, and I was out trick or treating, and so I was at one of the house, and I see next door, next door was a purple fog, and I wanted to go to it. So I just ran, and I didn't even tell my mom. And so I went up, and freaking a hand comes out from underneath the table and grabs my ankle. I screamed so loudly. I started crying. I'm like, "Mommy!" Oh my gosh, it was actually, when I think back to it, it's kind of funny. Okay, skipping the ad. Oh, and this is Supernatural Experiences We Can Explain number 2. So let's enjoy this one, and I'm probably gonna have nightmares. Unless I watch Miraculous, Ladybug and Cat Noir. Been loving that show. Okay, back to this.
Planet Dolan.
Dolan. This episode of Dolan True Stories was
From kitchen plates trying to kill us to shadow figures haunting our houses, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the scariest encounters we've had with the supernatural. Part 2. I'm Doopy, and today I'll be your narrator.
She's cute.
Number 10 was submitted by Pokemon Evil. Dolan was home alone once when he heard a whisper telling him to get out. The next morning, he woke up and a large splatter of blood was on the wall. He decided to get out and go for a walk. I wouldn't blame him. When he returned, someone had scratched the words, "Get out," on his wall.
Oh,
he
shit.
went into the kitchen and suddenly plates started attacking him.
Oh my gosh.
Lights went out and he could hear a little creepy girl's voice singing, "Ring around the road."
Oh my god. That is the scariest shit ever.
Ashes, ashes, you all fall dead. When
What
he
the
woke
hell?
up the next morning, his carpet was soaked in blood. He finally got the message and got the hell out of that house.
Oh yeah, I would
Number
too.
9 was submitted by Seafoam Spirit. Pringle once got permission to camp on the side of a quarry that mysteriously exploded in the 1930s, killing 50 men.
Oh
He was
shit.
camping near the site when the ground started shaking and an extremely loud bang woke him up.
Oh god.
10 minutes later, he heard quick whispers coming from all directions, and then it went eerily silent. All of a sudden, a weak voice that sounded like it was gargling blood asked Pringle, "Why me?"
Oh
He
gosh.
freaked the fuck out and ran away from the quarry,
I
leaving
would
his
too.
equipment behind.
Oh my gosh.
Number 8
Smart.
was submitted by Moth258.
Wow.
Helmet got up to get a snack one night
Helmet?
and walked down the stairs
Weird
when he
names.
immediately got the feeling that something wasn't right.
Oh
So
gosh.
he used his phone as a torch and looked around.
People
Through the
use it every day
window,
now.
He could see a pitch black face
Oh my gosh!
with eyes that seemed to just be holes going straight through its head.
That's
It
scary.
had its hands on the window. It smiled at him before sinking out of sight. He went closer to the window and he saw it walking off on all fours.
Ooh,
It was abnormally
scary.
thin, and once it was down the driveway, he saw it glance back at him before a gust of wind blew snow in front of it. Luckily, he never saw it again, nor
Good.
did he want to. Number
That's
7
scary.
was submitted by Mr. Snugglebugs.
Mrs.
When
Snugglebugs?
Gooby was 8 years old, she heard a noise in her kitchen at 2 a.m. one morning.
Oh
She
man.
then
Everything
heard a
happens in the middle of the
strange
night.
whisper, so she grabbed her cat and decided to check it out. In the middle of her kitchen, she could see all the cabinets were open and a black figure standing there, looking at her.
Hey, she has a goopy
She
hat.
froze with fear and just stared back while her cat hissed and ran away. She stepped back slowly, then ran back to her bedroom. When she returned to the kitchen the next morning, all the cabinets were open, but the black figure wasn't there. Number 6 was submitted by the G-Man 5918. When Gergak was young, 2 children mysteriously died in his neighborhood one night. The following night, he woke his family with a blood-curdling scream. He managed to fall back to sleep before waking up again in terror 3 hours
night terror.
later. His mother asked what happened, and the only thing he could remember was a pale face looking at him with a terrified expression.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't know whether it was a dream or not.
Night terror.
Next morning, he found out he had woken up screaming at the exact time each of the children were found dead the night before.
Oh shit.
Number 5 was submitted by Best Lee Ever. When Ramona was in the 4th grade, she was washing her hands in the bathroom when someone screamed and ran out of the toilet stall. She asked what was wrong, and the girl shouted to get away from the handicap stall. Instead of walking away like a normal person, she turned around and saw a pure white ghost with no legs below her knees. Her hair was up in a high bun, and she had a single drop of blood dripping from her mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and she also had no eyes.
Obviously, the ghost has no eyes.
Both of the students ran as far away from the bathrooms as they could possibly run. Number 4 was submitted by the Langinator. A few years back, Melissa tried lucid dreaming and was finally successful. Everything was fine for about 10 minutes. Then she started to see tall, silhouetted figures with glowing white eyes following her around, and she could hear faint whispers. As the minutes went on, there were more and more of them until there was about 50 figures. She tried to fly away in her dream when all of a sudden she fell to the ground, and they swarmed her. She woke up, but several of the figures were standing over her bed in the real world. She was completely unable to move or scream. One of them slowly moved its head close to her ear and whispered in her own voice, "You've made a big mistake," before finally fading into the darkness.
What the hell?
She hasn't had a single dream since. Number 3 was submitted by Stinny8504. During a school field trip, Emoji once visited an old castle to learn the history of medieval times. The teacher wanted the students to buddy up, but since there were an odd number, Emoji was left out. Eventually, Emoji got distracted and noticed his class was gone. A kind man in a robe appeared out of nowhere and offered his hand. He looked nice enough, so Emoji walked with him for what felt like hours.
Yeah.
He noticed
a stranger looks nice enough to walk with.
If he actually knew where his teacher was. The man looked down, smiled with tears in his eyes, and whispered, "Sorry," and his head fell off.
What?
Emoji screamed and ran away, but not before seeing his body disappear into thin air. He found his class, but nobody ever believed his story.
Aw,
Number
sad.
2 was submitted by
Zodiac.
Zodiac Balance. When Pandora moved to a new
Pandora.
house once, the first thing
These
she
names.
noticed was a pitch black figure hiding up a tree.
Oh, God.
It stared at her with blood red eyes.
Oh,
Whenever she
shit.
would run to a different room, it would follow her, circling the house.
Oh, what?
Weird things started happening every night. One morning, she woke up with all of the kitchen chairs around her bed in a circle. The next night, she slept in her brother's bunk bed. During the night, the metal ladder on the bed somehow detached and smashed loudly onto
Oh, my
the ground.
gosh.
As scared as she was, her parents refused to move house because they thought she was making it all up.
Oh, how sad.
Number 1 was submitted by me. So, as some of you may know already, my grandmother's house is extremely haunted. I made a video about it on my own channel, so instead of talking about that, which you can honestly go to my channel and listen to it, I'm going to tell you guys something very exclusive that is not on my channel that happened to my family that has nothing to do with my grandmother's house. So we moved into this 2-story house, which is really weird because we normally couldn't afford such a luxury. It was a beautiful house in a beautiful neighborhood, and it was honestly too good to be true. So one of the first things I asked my parents was, do you think this place is haunted? They obviously said no. I mean, why should they believe that? They just got a fucking amazing deal on this beautiful house, you know? Why doubt it? They were terribly wrong. During the night, we would hear clashes of plates and silverware and the cabinets in the kitchen, which was really weird. And we had these L-shaped stairs that whenever we would go up them, we wouldn't want to turn the corner without turning the light on because we were all very
Oh my gosh,
scared
that
that
scared
we
the
would see
shit
something
out of
at the
me.
top. And one thing about that house that scared us so much is that sometimes we would hear people whispering our names. I remember one time in specific, I was sleeping on the couch in the living room because I just discovered anime and I was gonna fucking watch it all night in the living room. And I woke up in the middle of the night hearing my sister call my name, whispering my name in my ear. And I opened my eyes and looked and there was nothing there, which freaked me out. So I just kind of covered my face with a blanket and hoped it went away until I fell asleep again. Yeah, stuff like that happened a lot, and we never really talked about it until after we moved. And that house, 10 years later today, is still up for sale. They can't keep anybody in it. I don't think we're the only ones. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories.
I was getting all scared.
We have another question for you.
My big old scaredy cat. I had to turn on the light.
What's the worst time you were caught lying? Let us know in the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Number 5 was submitted by, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Best Lee Ever? Best Lever? Number 4 was submitted by the Langinator.
Langinator? Like as she's saying it as a question.
Have complicated usernames. Thanks. One of them slowly moved its head close to her ear and whispered in her own meta breath. Huge thanks to the folks of huge fucking cars.
What?
Huge cars are really fucking loud. Yeah, get louder.
Oh my god. My eyes are getting itchy. Okay, I'm just gonna skip. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. I hadn't even had to turn on the light because I was getting freaked out. Okay, until the next time, peace, love, and be careful at night. Goodbye.